Hey everyone, this is Nick with Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and we're at the Great Lakes Comic Expo, and I'm here with artist Rick Marschall. Now, to someone like me who came of age in the 70s and 80s, we know Rick for starting the Epic comic line. Is that correct?
Yeah.
At Marvel.
Epic magazine. Yeah, well, I was hired by Stan at Marvel and first worked on the magazine line. So we did movie adaptations and the Hulk, which was a TV hit then, and stuff like that. And I had worked previously in the newspaper strip business and had a lot of contact with European cartoonists and magazines. And Stan, I'll say this in 25 words or less, wanted to do a Marvel version of Heavy Metal. So that was the vision for the magazine. He gave it to me, and I scouted some artists from Europe and also in the US, and was able to get creators' rights contracts, the ownership of the property. So there were a lot of breakthroughs, including the printing method, the color work, and all like that. So that's how Epic started.
Were you happy with the result, with how that all came about? Was Stan happy with that?
Yeah, well, it went for a number of issues. Now, I left after a while. I had conflicts with Shooter. He said, Jim Shooter was editor-in-chief, and he said something to me one day that actually made it impossible for me to work another day. He said, "You're fired." So that, anyway, so I did a few issues of Epic, and then a lot of stuff that kept appearing when Archie Goodwin became editor that I commissioned or edited kept appearing. So it was kind of my baby, and I was very proud of the way it went.
That was, for me, a golden age of childhood. I remember buying the Beatles magazine. Were you involved in that issue?
No, that I wasn't. The Kiss comic I was. There's an original page from it. David Kraft, I think, worked on that. I think so. And he got in hot water. If you don't mind a little gossip, he got in hot water with Stan when that issue came out, that special came out, because on the title page it said David Anthony Kraft presents the Beatles or whatever. And Stan brought him into the office and he said, "No one presents anything here but Stan Lee presents. You don't present anything."
This is Nick from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi at the Great Lakes Comic Expo with Rick Marschall. Thanks again, Rick.
Thank you. You're welcome.